Hello everybody, this is Joel Medina, and in this video I will talk about the most important thing in trading or to be profitable above all of them. The most important thing. And that would be finding your edge above everything. Like if you could remove psychology and emotions and you would be let's say you're a robot and I'm configuring a set of rules in your head and you have no emotions, zero. You only have a set of rules and you're gonna take just entries based on that set of rules. The most important thing that is gonna make you profitable is the edge. Why? Because when we are in the market, we really don't know if the market is gonna go up or down. But what we try to do is we try to make decisions where we have the highest probability of that outcome to go in our favor. That's all we do every single day that we trade, if we trade daily, right? And the most important thing that we could actually do is stick to our rules like a robot. If we could do that, that would be wonderful. And having a really nice edge, really nice. The edge is the advantage you have over the market. It's like the casinos, right? The house has an edge. It's really a small edge, and still that's how they make money typically. I remember reading about that a long time ago. And you have games where the house even has like a 1% edge over you, and that's just good enough just to make all of their profits. And so what we're gonna do is find an edge. So how do we find an edge? And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to I'm gonna try to like show you how, just an idea. Obviously, if it may be helpful, where you can maybe create your own strategy, finding your own edge, and you don't have to depend on anybody ever again. Not nobody live trading. You don't need anybody with this if you figure that yourself. So let's go with gold, just because we I just did this in Spanish for GJ, and I don't want people thinking that that I already checked everything. So, but it doesn't matter, because what I'm about to show you, you can actually apply to any pair. But let's do this. How do we find an edge? We just look step number one, I would say, would be just look at the charts. So whenever you start to see a pattern repeating itself that you can identify, you take notes. And now you're gonna start to like, if you see something repeating itself many times, now you may be onto something, and you start to take notes. So like, for example, okay, so let's do, I noticed that price tends to reject the same places and move from whatever place it rejected towards the next place from where it had a reaction, right? So from this resistance, it came all, now this time it came down even lower than the previous one, but still came up again to this level, and then it came down again to this level. Look, etc. etc. So I'm gonna start to mark the what we call resistance, supports, and all of that. See if we can figure out an edge. So we can do that live. There's nothing important right now. We only take notes in this step. So we're gonna figure out, okay, what happens if I find a level from which price was moving. Look, and here, this is the weekly, and let's go to the daily. So this is what I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. So look, what if, now I'm gonna move this a little bit higher towards the closure of the candle. So I'm just noticing, what if I see a daily candle rejecting, honestly should have been here based on that one. Oh, okay, there you go. Anything that closes or comes along close to this, what if I sell that, right? And if I keep the stop loss above whatever wick I see that trespassed the zone the most, it would seem like that would work. Yeah, that would work. Looks like. So that's like a quick setup that we can kind of like figure out or back test. if I were to take a trade sell here, maybe I'm gonna hold this down to here, just like this is right now live. If I would have taken this one here, could have held down up to here, leaving runners. Okay, I think I see it, right? Okay, so look, more zones, more zones. Okay, I think I found an edge on the market, in the market. Okay, so let's do this. Actually, let's remove this now. Let's remove all of it, if this allows. And let's do this. Let's go to the weekly and let's go back in time. And let's go back to not too far. We cannot go too far because trading view goes a little bit crazy. And there we go. Okay, let's do the same thing we just did. This is the weekly. This is the weekly. Do not know what I just did there. And did not, I don't know what I did there. Here we go. Here we go. Boom, 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 and boom. Here we had that level here coming up. And from here, remember, and here. I mean, I remember and I actually see it. That there was a level here. Yeah, I have a little bit of a bias because I figured that 80, that's a key level. I mean, historically. So let's just do this. Let's go to the daily, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna sell any rejection from this level, period, right? And I'm just gonna buy any rejection from this level, period. That's all we're gonna be doing every single time. So that's an edge, right? That's the edge that we just found. So what we're gonna do is, let's say that we sold here. The moment we broke below this candle, could go to the 4 hour to look for better confirmation. Let's go for this one since we, we're right there. And another entry. Look at this. Another entry right there. By the way, now I do this, I adjust this to the closure of the candle, and here I just missed the early entry, missed this sell right here because we should have entered right here. We said that the moment we have a closure below, but let's enter here since you were a little bit late. This is the one that where we are. Let's take this one, okay? And there we go. Let's go. Boom. Okay, that worked. Have a rejection down here. What do we need? We need there's a level here. We need a rejection from here. We need to get close. There you go. We just missed that entry. A little bit too fast, but let's go for it. This tapped into here, so I just need a rejection. Let's see if this one works. Look, I'm like a robot. I have no emotions. I'm only taking trades based on the edge. One thing that we can actually do is we can oh, nice. Okay, we can take profits there, I think, or just let it go to the. By the way, TP should have been close. I always try to keep it below the zone, just so we have that in mind. The reason why I entered on this one is because we already rejected from here, right? The only problem is it came all the way up here, but it formed the continuation, so I had to take it. Now, what do? We do this again and again. We're gonna lose, so just keep that in mind. We're gonna lose. We have 1, 2, 3 wins. We're gonna keep doing this until we look. So one thing that we can do also is if we have a bias, like the daily right now came from here and came here. If we believe this could actually continue breaking out above, we could take profits here like 80-90% and leave runners. So let's do that. Let's leave a runner, and if it comes for the entry, then we call it up to here, and then the runner is stopped out. Let's do 80-20, for example. And also, to be honest, let's wait for the, you know what? Let's go for it. because we don't have any emotion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it there, and if we get stopped out, that's it. And because it is a counter trend until we have, because, well, let's go for it. Now that I think about it, let's see if we can go to the zone again. You see this? If this would have been a real thing right here, when we formed this, here, this one here, I would have been taking profits. So let me mark here, because it doesn't make you, I mean, being a computer doesn't make you dumb. You only have to adjust. Here I would TP. You see here, from here to here is a really nice, from here to here is a really nice look, 3.74. So let's take TP here because I see way too much rejection there. And just in case, and let's take like 80 and leave the 20, see if it works. If not, then it's gonna be ended here, because that now we're break even. Move this to break even. Remember, we're counter trend. Oh, nice. Okay, there you go. The whole thing worked. Oh, and the same thing. Remember, 20, 80, 10, 10. We could leave a runner. We could leave a runner down to here. See if it works. And look, what do we have? Rejection above now the level. So we're supposed to buy this. Are we? No, this is still bearish. Aren't we supposed to buy this? Yeah, we're supposed to. Like, it really, like, I would prefer to go with the trend, but we're supposed to buy this, to be honest. So I'm buying here. And because remember, we're gonna do this until we lose, and because we will lose. Sometimes, remember, here we're gonna TP if we get there and leave a runner. Same thing. There you go, we lost this one. And now we need a double. We need a double rejection from here. We have one loss. I think this is a good one because, oh crap, look, it rejected from here, not from here. So I had to keep that in mind. But there's an entry, so let's go for it again. Remember, no emotions, little robot. And let's go for it again. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here, that same thing. See, I'm not scared. Like, even if it takes me out, you know what? We're not even gonna take P there. Let's leave that thing doing its thing. The other thing that I just noticed is there was an entry here. I just missed. I'm gonna draw it because the whole idea of this is identifying entries. See if you can capitalize on them. There's another entry here you're supposed to take. The stop loss on this one could be down here. There was another entry there. And see if we get there. Oh, there you go. Look here. What do we say? Here we take, since we're expecting this to break above, we can actually take like 70. Like when you expect this to move farther away from the level, because this just look, it closed right above this, we could actually take less so that we leave better runners. So here you can like take 70% instead of 80 or 90 and leave runners just in case, or just take your 80 and 20 and keep the same rules, right? Look. And here I close the whole thing and we call it a trade. So that's it. I don't know if that makes sense. Anything that I just did here, that's how you find the edge. Like, the edge is just figuring out where like you see price reacting and what it does whenever it reacts from somewhere, and if you can actually capitalize on that reaction. And you know, you just play with the odds of of you being right. This played out well. We only had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. 7 trades, and we lost only 1. And if we continue doing this, there's a really high chance that most of them we win. And if I only do that for a whole month, I'm already profitable. Like if I do this and so this the suggestion I would give is do this for at least like 100. Obviously, I'm doing this on the daily with the weekly. You can do this with any time frame, to be honest. Figure out the edge and start back testing. Take like at least 100 samples. This is too small of a sample to decide that this is a profitable edge. It really looks like one, but you can like do this with any sample size and then figure out, okay, you know what, this is a profitable edge. Let's keep doing this with maybe the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, whatever. And I would suggest you take at least, the least I do is 60. Don't ask me why, because I don't even know why. Instead of 50, I do 60. That's the minimum I do, but that's how I started. But I always try to make like 100. I even have a Excel spreadsheet that I gave away for free in my website, coineducationfx.com. But that's it. I really hope this helps somebody. This is how you could find an edge. Just like I said, remember, look at the charts, look at the price reaction, and identify a pattern that you recognize. Try to, anytime you see the pattern, you execute without fear. Try to make it, obviously, there's always going to be emotions, but think of yourself like a robot that you have no emotions, because the outcome, you're taking the highest, or the most probable outcome to go in your favor, but you have to keep in mind that you're gonna lose. Also take notes on stuff that maybe you can capitalize on and optimize. Like, this is not the end all be all. Like, you can actually maybe optimize entries. This one I remember ended up like being here. So you can actually optimize entries and say, hey, maybe if I see this on the lower time frame, I'm not gonna execute on it. If I see this, so don't stop there. This is like the simplest approach, because I'm just trying to give you like an example. To be honest, maybe I could just create like a really simple strategy and trade. I'm gonna think about it. So maybe I'm gonna one of these days create like a really simple strategy and just only trade that when I go live, and just trade that for a whole month just to prove a point that you only need like a really simple thing that you can identify and only always trade that. And like if you were a machine. So I really hope this helps somebody. If you liked this, give it a like, subscribe. This is Joel Medina. I'll see you next time.